Hi guys, how are you? What's up? I hope you all are doing very amazing. So a lot of our CMA Inter students have asked questions with respect to CMA Articleship. A lot of questions which we are going to resolve in this one long video. So whatever questions you have in your mind, everything will be resolved. Okay. So let's get started with what is the meaning of CMA Articleship. People, the CMA Articleship is a 15 months of training that converts you into a professional from a student. In these 15 months, whatever you have learned in your CMA Foundation or CMA Inter theory, everything you will learn how to use it practically in your CMA Articleship of 15 months before you're going to give your CMA final. So let's get back to the questions that have been asked by students. So number one question, sir, when should I start my CMA Articleship is the number one question. Number two question is, should I do my CMA Articleship from a firm or a company? Next, if I get Articleship opportunity from a CA firm, should I accept it or not? Okay. Next, is it easy or difficult to get Articleship in a PSU, MNC or a private company? We'll understand. Next, what stipend can we realistically expect if we work in a firm, be it CA firm or a CMA firm, and what stipend can we expect if we work in a company? We'll understand. Next is, should a CMA student prioritize their studies or their internship? You'll understand in the end. After that, I will tell you how to find Articleship opportunity. There are 4 sources which I'm going to tell you in detail. So don't worry. Chalo people. First question, when should you start your CMA Articleship? People, the institute gives you the option to start your CMA Articleship once you complete your CMA foundation, but it is advisable that you start your CMA Articleship once you complete both groups of CMA Inter. The reason is, people, even if your one group is pending, managing your Articleship and the other group becomes very difficult. You will end up neither focusing on learning about your work nor focusing on your studies. So it is always advisable that you start your Articleship once you complete both groups of CMA Inter. Cool? Chalo. Next is, should I do my Articleship from a firm or a company? So people, if your goal is to start your own firm, if your goal is to become a practicing cost and management accountant, then definitely you should work in a firm. Otherwise, if your goal is to get employed, then definitely you should do your Articleship from a company. Now, what are the merits of working in a firm? People, you will get exposure of all the subjects that you have studied so far. Budgeting, costing, DT, IDT, everything you will get to learn if you work in a firm, which is not possible in a company. In a company, you will be exposed to only one area of work, be it budgeting, DT, IDT, etc. So, obviously, if your goal is to learn a lot of things, definitely you should work in a firm. But if your goal is to get employed in the future, then definitely you should be working in a company. Okay. Now, company means, what are the types of companies? So, people, number one is PSUs, public sector undertakings. If you go on internet, if you Google it, top PSUs, you will get a long list of PSUs. So, what are the PSUs? Indian Oil, BAIL, NHPC, Coal India, these are all PSUs. So, people, now the beauty of PSU is, if you want to get employed in a PSU, definitely, normally, it is advisable that you should do your Articleship from a PSU. Now, people, the problem is that getting Articleship opportunity in a PSU is little difficult. It takes a lot of time. 2 to 3 months, you apply, they will accept, you will give interview, then they will select. It's a lengthy process, time-consuming process. 2 to 3 months, easily it's going to take. But meanwhile, my humble as an elderly brother suggestion is that you should not waste these 2 to 3 months time. Meanwhile, in these 2 to 3 months, you should definitely work in a firm and learn all the important skills that you should learn as a cost and management accountant. Once you get an offer, definitely you should go for a PSU. Okay. Next is manufacturing or FMCG company. You will definitely get opportunity. So basically, every company has got an accounts department. People, definitely you will get opportunity over there. Okay. Amul, Dabur, Britannia. These are the companies which you call it as FMCG, consumer goods. Okay. Now, if we talk about manufacturing companies like steel manufacturing, etc., you will get opportunity. Next, people, private company and MNC, obviously you will get opportunity in accounts domain. And the problem is that if you want to get Articleship opportunity in a company, definitely you should be a CMA Inter both group pass. Okay, this is the prerequisite of doing a articleship in a company. Okay, chalo. So if you want to work in a company, definitely these are the options. Cool, people. Chalo. Now, people, one more thing I want to tell you. Whenever you're going to give your interview in a company, definitely ask them, what am I going to learn? Is the most important question that students normally don't ask the interviewer. Okay, so people, definitely you are a student, you have poured your heart into it in the CMA profession. Definitely you should ask them, what am I going to learn? Okay, if you're going to give your time, you should also get something in return. Okay, next, should I do my articleship in a CMA firm or a CA firm? People, it is always advisable that you should do your articleship from a CMA firm. The problem with the CA firm is that if you get articleship opportunity in a CA firm, definitely ask them, what am I going to learn? If the answer is not your core CMA area, don't go for that, because normally CA firms require interns for statutory audits, and you are not meant for statutory audit, you are for cost audit. So if you are not getting the exposure of your core CMA subjects, don't do your articleship from there. Okay, so whenever you get any interview opportunity, always ask them, what am I going to learn? Then you decide. Okay, and that whatever you're going to learn should match your core CMA. Whatever you have studied, it should match. Got it, people? I told you the objective behind articleship is whatever you have learned in theory, you should be learning how to use it practically. If the goal is not getting matched, then that opportunity is waste. Okay, you should drop it immediately. So people, next, is it easy or difficult to get internship in a PSU, MNC or a private company? Yes, people, you should be CMA Inter pass, and it's a time consuming process. That is why it is very, very difficult. Okay, and what stipend can you realistically expect during CMA articleship, be it firm, PSU, MNC? If you are working in a CMA firm, definitely you can expect between 5 to 8,000 rupees per month. If it's a CA firm, 5 to 10,000 rupees per month. But if it's a company, you can expect easily between 15,000 to 20,000 rupees per month. Okay. The next question is, should a student prioritize flexibility to study or work hard and focus on exposure during articleship? People, definitely you should be focusing on both the aspects. Normally what students do is they end up not learning from the work they are doing in the articleship, so they can focus on their studies, because of which they will lose this opportunity to learn how things are applied practically. So this is not advisable. At the same time, you should not be in a position where you are just working, learning a lot from your work, but you're not focusing on your studies, because of which you're not performing well in your exams. That should also not happen. You should be able to manage both. You should learn to manage both. Both are very, very important for you to become a well-groomed professional cost and management accountant. Okay. Now, what is the prerequisite of working in a firm? People, if you are going to do your internship in a firm, make sure that the firm has a turnover of at least 25 lakhs. Then only you are eligible to do your articleship from that firm. If the turnover of that firm is not 25 lakhs, you are ineligible to do your articleship from that firm. So make sure whenever you do your articleship, the turnover of the firm is at least 25 lakhs. Okay. So people, the next question is, sir, how do we find articleship opportunities? So people, there are 4 sources where you can find opportunities for your articleship. Number 1 is, people, ICMAI job portal. This is your home. In your home itself, everything has been provided to you. Over here, vacancies are clearly shown to you. What firms, which firms have got vacancies, which companies have got vacancies, how to apply, when to apply, everything has been given to you in the ICMAI job portal. The link I will give you in the description below. Next is, people, direct mail to companies. You can directly mail to the companies that I am looking for articleship opportunities. I will also provide you a draft email how to send to a company. Okay. Now the important question is, sir, how do we find the mail IDs? Again, people, the institute, your home, has collected state-wise companies link where you can do your articleship from. Okay. And number 3 is often the most ignored aspect by students, LinkedIn. People, LinkedIn is a place where all across world employers can easily find employees, and vice versa. Employers can also find employers all across the world, not only in India. So definitely my advice would be to create a very, very strong LinkedIn profile. Definitely in my further videos, I will teach you how to create a LinkedIn profile. But meanwhile, people, my advice is you should definitely create a LinkedIn profile so that you could be noticed, so that you could be found by job providers. Okay. So third source is LinkedIn, and fourth is people references. Okay. So references means what? Friends, families, families of friends and families might refer you to a company, or be it MNC, be it private company, be it PSU. You might easily get through references. Okay. So 4 sources. Number 1 is ICMAI job portal. Number 2 is you can directly mail to the company. I will provide you a proper link of all the sources in the description below. Third is LinkedIn, and fourth is references. That's it, people. If you have got any other questions with respect to CMA articleship, please make sure to drop all your doubts in the comment section. We'll make sure that we resolve all your doubts as quickly as possible. Okay. Don't worry at all. If Inspire Academy is there, you should never at all worry about any of your problems, because we will make sure that we are there for every single student out there, be it a student who understands English language or be it a student who understands Hindi language. We are there for both of them. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, people. I hope to see you all soon. Until then, eat well, sleep well, study well. Take care, and bye bye.